Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin Stars, a 49-yard field goal, and Indiana leads 27-24.
Oh, it's an end around one to throw. Page looking at the quarterback, and it's a touchdown! Page finds Leno!
Penix rolling out of the pocket to a strong hand. Delivers deep down the field. Caught, touchdown! Fry Vogel again.
Welcome to the Elio Podcast, presented by Big Banter. I'm your host, Michael Bragg. You can follow me on Twitter. It's at, well, as long as we have it still. It's at Bragley, Braggley. I'm here with my co-host, Brandon. You can find him on Twitter, again, at Brandon Dubich. That's Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. What is up, Brando?
I'm ready to rock and roll all night and party every day.
Usually these weird singing things that you do have some sort of tie to the school we're talking about or anything else. But, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. That is a Colts touchdown song, right, Seth? Isn't that? I think that's the Colts touchdowns.
Season
No,
ticket
that's
holder.
not it. That's
Season
not
ticket
it.
holder, Seth Hancock.
Is it? It might be. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. We don't score very many touchdowns. Well, we didn't. We will now. Unfortunately, speaking of Seth, he's with us this time. If you haven't done it already, you've got very limited amount of time while he's still on Twitter. It's at SayTop5, SETAH5. What's up, Seth?
I'm a Threads convert, baby. I'm all in.
Are you really all in? I mean, I'm there. I was there before you. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I was there before you. We will be there shortly, I think.
That's what she said.
It's on the to-do list.
We have got...
I'm never joining Threads, ever, and you can't make me.
Okay, well, your podcast is going to join Threads here in probably the next couple of days. So, yeah, let's get right into that. This is an outline brought to you by Seth. I haven't really looked at it yet, so this is going to be interesting. Let's get straight into the housekeeping and news. We will save probably the least exciting thing for last, but probably the only one that we've spent the most time talking about podcast wise. But we'll start with a new commit, because what do? We record podcasts and then we get
Commits.
That's right. If anybody said listens in their car, that is incorrect.
You say podcast. We say commit.
You're supposed to continue. Never mind. The new commit we're talking about just happened. 3-star wide receiver Jeremy Bell Jr. out of Homerville, Georgia. Seth, you are the geography person?
This is news to me.
No, that's a rock person.
He's not a geologist. He is a
Geographer. Where's Homerville, Georgia? Either way, this guy's 6 foot, 175, slot receiver. Offer sheet, not overly impressive. Vanderbilt, Coastal Carolina, some other smaller schools. I'm not really sure. I'm going to read this word for word for everybody. Cameron Perry bags another. Not sure what that means. I know who Cameron Perry is.
He hosted both Etheridge and Becker.
Oh,
so
boom. Well, there you go. Cameron Perry out there recruiting.
He's
people.
probably hosted other recruits that we haven't landed,
Yes.
but I know he hosted those two, and they both committed. So Cameron Perry, he hasn't put up a lot of stats on the field.
Yeah.
Hasn't put a lot of stats on the field, but he is making hay on the recruiting front.
There you go. That reminds me, there were a couple of players that used to do that pretty well. Tywone Mullen. Didn't Noah Pierre do it pretty? Was Noah maybe might have done some of that too? Either way, if you want to dig right into it, Seth Scott, where Homerville, Georgia is. Where is it?
It's about 30 minutes northwest of Valdosta, Georgia. It's a population of 2,350.
Where is Valdosta, Georgia?
Southern.
Isn't it all Southern?
Well, like Florida, Georgia line.
Oh, you like that band?
No, I'm giving a reference, sir.
Is it a band? It's not a band, right?
It's a country group, I think.
Country group. All right. Are they still making
Dude, that
hits?
is way. I mean, that's basically Florida.
Yeah. He's on. No, I was gonna say he's between the hedges, but he's not. Doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Homerville's tiny.
Yeah, dude. 2,500. It's real tiny.
Their biggest thing is their hospital. As someone who grew up in a small town, accurate. Look at the skyline. It's a hospital.
Does it have a number of stoplights? Is that in there? No, that would have been interesting. Third wide receiver committed. I would say we're done.
Ooh, yeah, I got some inside baseball.
Do you?
For that? Yeah, we're losing 2.
Uh-oh.
Just eligibility.
Okay.
David Baker.
Well, yeah.
David Baker and DeQuise Carter. Like,
yes.
They don't have COVID years. They are done.
I thought
and then you always want to hedge your bets on one to the transfer portal. So yes, I would guess that we are done with high school recruits. Obviously, could fill in with transfer portal in the spring, but yeah, I would guess we are done with the high school route for wide receiver.
I thought for some reason EJ Williams was a one and done, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think he's a junior.
Yep.
So that's cool. That is cool. Well, another guy that may take one of those spots or maybe have to force somebody out. We'll see. I don't know. Is we got a little Peegs 24/7 Sports. So
Brian Doan. I think he's a national
too, right?
Yeah.
On 3 refers to it as a crystal ball as well. Cameron Courtney. That's Cameron with a K, Courtney with a C. 6 foot, 190 safety athlete. Played a little wide receiver in high school. He's out of Woodbridge, Virginia. Now, this guy's got a pretty decent offer sheet so far. IU, Virginia, North Carolina, and Pitt. I don't know if I would have put those in that order necessarily, but
copy and paste, brother.
Escalate up, I guess. So there you go. Anything you guys want to add on him? I know nothing about Cameron Courtney.
So he's not listed as a safety. He's listed as an athlete, but IU is recruiting him as a safety. So are all the other schools. He would like to play wide receiver though. So that's a little bit of the tricky part, though none of the big dogs are recruiting him for that.
I would like to lose 15 pounds. But if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. You know, it is what it is. So
you don't want to lose mass. You don't want to lose mass.
No. That's not going to happen. I'm too big for that. It's not going to happen. Cool. Anything else we have really? I guess, Aaron, we can name who we have at the
Media Day
representatives at Big Ten Media Day, which I just found out today. This is how plugged in to the sport, to the conference that I am here. On July 12th, I just found out that this is at Indianapolis. Big Ten Media Day. Usually a Chicago-only thing. Maybe trying to keep some of these players away from being, I'm reading here, dry humped. So they moved it to Indianapolis instead to keep them away from, Northwestern-ish campus. Aaron Casey.
No.
Aaron Casey, Noah Pierre, and Jalen Lucas will represent IU. I'm sorry, guys. We got into some margs. A couple margs here.
Early Brandos Randos. There would have been anyone else you would have sent.
No. I mean, you've got 2 senior leaders there. And then you've got, probably your
best player.
I mean, I don't want to.
Reigning All-American.
Some of the, I guess, reigning All-American preseason.
You got to send an offensive person, right? You just have to.
Mm-hmm.
So, your options there are one of the offensive linemen, which isn't going to get no buzz. Media Day is all about buzz. That's why you have to send Jalen Lucas. Aaron Casey, Noah Pierre, you have to send. You know how much buzz those 2 are going to get? Mm-hmm. Nothing. No one's going up to interview either one of those guys. We'll interview Noah Pierre and Aaron Casey until we can't talk anymore. But as far as national media headline days, you either send Taven Jackson or you send Jalen Lucas.
That's what I was thinking.
In this case, you send the All-American because guess what Taven Jackson's going to get? Are you ready for the Big Ten? Do you think you can step up and play? They're going to ask about his brother.
Yeah,
You don't need that.
Even though it's a completely different sport, do you think you can fill your brother's shoes at the university?
Right. So like there was, in my opinion, there was no other option for any other guy. Like the three that went are no brainer three.
Cam Camper, they only had about a half a season.
So I mean, you're not taking off Jalen Lucas. So
You're not.
You're not going off Aaron Casey.
No, Aaron Casey is he. I think he is the
Captain.
leader, the captain, the leader of that team. Maybe Noah, but I think it's Aaron Casey. No, I like that. That's good. Hey, before we get into Michigan, we've been hiding what might be a little surprise. Something we've been talking about for about 2 years. We have rebranded the logo. The LEO podcast logo is officially done. Officially ready to go, officially ready to roll out. I don't know if I'm officially going to spend enough time tonight or tomorrow morning to make it on this podcast, but we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, it's very cool. So
you know what's cooler than cool?
Goes. What's that?
That logo.
Yeah, the logo is pretty cool. So let's see what we got going on. This week, we're going to talk about what should have been the bye week, week 6, but due to poor planning and I don't know, trying to balance this and my job and my children, I messed up the dates. So now we're on week 7. Nobody wants to talk about the bye week anyway. Let's be honest. You guys really want us to give us too deep? That's wrong. Probably
100%. We haven't seen. We haven't even had practice.
I can't imagine. I mean, really, outside of 1 or 2 positions on defense, I can't. 1 or 3 positions on defense. We're not going to get any of that right. We can get the offense right for the most part, but that's it. I mean, everybody, I think that's a diehard fan could name the offense at least.
And we literally wouldn't be able to fit everyone in if we did the bye week. Like there's not enough days.
Wait, I said that. I screwed it up. Yeah. Do you want to do that? You want to do it again? I screwed it up. Moving on. Week 7. It's at Michigan. Saturday, October 14th. So close to a great day. Time to be determined. It's at Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Michigan Stadium at the Flat House is what I'll call it.
Frat House.
If you've never been there, it's not. It's an overwhelmingly giant saucer plate that kind of just goes out, not up. It's all right, though. I mean, I guess you can check it off your bucket list for college football. History lesson, previous meeting. That was last year because we play them every single year. October 8th, 2022, Michigan won the game 31-10. Seth has listed very insensitively the Mike Hart game. This was the one where Mike Hart, Seth, what happened?
I don't remember. Remember he clutched his chest and went down. They had to stop the game. Yeah. Cart him off, and then they ended up playing the rest of the game. And you could tell the Michigan players were, I'd say, out of it for most of the first half.
Whatever you have to say to justify your reasoning for it being tied 10-10 at halftime, Brandon and I remember it being a fairly even game in the first half. I don't know why we're pointing this stat out. Our mate James Evans had a big day punting, 6 punts with an average of 48 yards and a long of 52. Dude, this is a big part of keeping the game close.
The stats for that game were not a lot to write home about.
I'm sure they weren't. I don't remember it. Did I take you to that game? No, I don't remember that game. I don't remember it. It's all right. All-time record, IU 10, Michigan 61, 0 ties in this one. So, the ties usually help us keep it a little bit closer to the overall record, but at some point, Michigan had won 24 consecutive, but that was snapped in 2020 with the beatdown of, what was his name? What's his name? Joe Morton?
Joe Milton, who's like getting NFL props, like sleepers, day 2 pick, like could his second to third round grade. And I'm like, this dude stinks.
Yeah.
Like
he kicked our boy out of Tennessee. Don't know how that happened. I remember, I can't, did we watch this game together? COVID 2020, probably. I remember literally laughing at how bad he was on the field. But I mean, granted, he didn't have very good receivers outside of Ronnie Bell. Is Ronnie Bell still there? Is he gone yet? I think
he gone.
Goodness. A guy that I can't believe is still hanging on. I guess he's hanging on because Ryan Day is a joke of a coach. Is
you're gonna like Brando Drandos then?
Oh, I can't wait. Joseph Harbaugh. He's been there since 2015. It feels like he's been there since 2005. He has a record of 74-25 at Michigan, 51-14 in the Big Ten. I'm reading these word for word, everybody, just so you know. And again, Seth wrote the outline. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread and splitting the atom.
Spitting the atom would be something.
Yeah, I'm trying to go based off the author and assume that he's, I'm reading ahead is what I'm doing.
How good were the margs?
They were
scale 1 to 10.
Not very good. Like a 4.
Ooh, that's a bad marg.
4.5.
That's a bad marg because marg is kind of like pizza, right? Like even a bad marg is like, it's okay.
It's fine. I mean, it was a fine marg. Did it help? I came home and grabbed a couple Nooners right when I walked in the door. Probably not. Probably not. Down. That's right. If you're going to drink, you might as well drink. An immortal living against small-time peons, previously high school or head coach. Why did you do all of this? Previously head coach at the University of San Diego, Stanford, and the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know why we needed all of this. And he is not. I know for a fact he is not Tom Crean's favorite brother-in-law. He is the second favorite brother-in-law behind Jim Harbaugh.
Well, it's not in-law. That's
John
a straight.
Harbaugh.
That's
John
a straight
Harbaugh.
brother. That's just a brother.
What do you mean?
It's not an in-law.
He's an in-law.
No, it's a wait. What? John Harbaugh is brothers. Well, I mean, I guess it's technically it. Well, I don't even know what.
I'm saying Tom Crean's favorite brother-in-law is John Harbaugh, not Jim Harbaugh. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
yeah. Seth, I can't read this schedule.
I will. All right, the schedule leading up to IU. They play Dogshit State, Sisters of the Poor. They will be coming in 6-0, ranked no worse than third. You've already started seeing the promos of an 11-0 OSU versus 11-0 Michigan in the Big Ten title game. The entire Big Ten is counting on it.
It's not happening.
They start out with Eastern Carolina at home, UNLV at home, Bowling Green at home, Rutgers at home. We are now in late September. They finally have a road game at Nebraska, followed up with a road game at Minnesota.
Be careful with that. We start with 4 basically home games as well. So
just real quick. In the NCAA football game, I reference it every pod, and you can build your own schedule. This is what you do when you're starting up with like Akron. Like this is the schedule you build when you're like a D+ overall team. This is what that schedule looks like. Anyway, that's it.
Cool. Do you guys want to talk about key players since I'm having a hard time reading?
I do. Yeah, I'll talk about JJ because as soon as Taulia leaves, JJ will take his place as my favorite quarterback. I love JJ. He is 6'3", 196, good NFL frame. Last year, he threw for 3,235 yards with 27 titties and 7 interceptions. That is a 4-to-1 ratio. He can also scoot a little. 7 rushing touchdowns. 7 rushing touchdowns. Basically, one every other game, which is pretty dang good for a pocket quarterback. And he ran for 430 yards. So he is definitely going to surpass 4,000 total yards this year, which is be a Yanis.
There you go. They've got a couple running backs. Really, you think it's second best running back? Blake Corum.
The Ohio State guys are probably a little better.
Blake Corum is probably the best running back in the country.
He's coming off a torn meniscus, bro.
Right.
That's true. But I said probably. And Donovan Edwards, who's no bum. So Seth's got him down as the second best running back tandem in the conference, probably 4 to 5 in the country. I don't think so. I think that they are probably the best. Little power and speed, perfect combo, running, catching. Corum just shy of 2,500 yards and 31 touchdowns. That's for his career. Okay, we need to state that next time. Edwards just shy of 1,000 yards for his career. Nope.
Last year.
Just shy. This is so confusing. Just shy of 1,210 touchdowns. Great receiver. Also threw a touchdown as a freshman, in case anybody needed to know that. They've got a familiar face at tight end. Brandon, you want to talk a little tight end?
Yeah, I'm worried. They have a duo that is Penn State like. Colston Loveland, and this hurts. This is gonna give me instant heartburn. AJ Barner. Loveland is gonna be in the NFL for sure. I don't think AJ Barner is an NFL player, but he will most definitely go to camp. He may kick around a practice squad or two. He has all the ability, just he hasn't put it all together. If he can, it certainly can get scary, especially with a quarterback like JJ. But yeah, they're going to have quite the 1-2 punch at tight end, which they're going to need. I'll talk about it later, but they have a weakness on this team. There is a weakness on Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk about it later.
We don't need to talk about it later, do we?
I do. I'm talking about the matchups.
You know where their weakness isn't? Is at linebacker.
No, I got like 4 studs.
Yeah, they got one stud that's probably day one, day two? Day one, day two? Junior Colson, 6'2", 235 pounds, out of State of Tennessee. Over 100 tackles last year. That's all I can tell you. Then they got a corner, Will Johnson, 6'2", great size on the outside, 200 pounds, out of Michigan, Detroit area. Seth believes he's the next great Michigan corner. Who was the last great Michigan corner, Seth?
The guy they kept telling me about last year. What's his name? Norman?
Yeah, how did he do last year? Was he good?
He was up and down.
Because the last great Michigan corner I can think of is Charles Woodson.
He was a good one.
Yeah. He's expected to have a big jump this year. Will Johnson, not Charles Woodson, probably can't jump anymore. He's kind of old. Key matchups. I didn't do this part because Seth again did the outline, didn't leave it blank, so I forgot I had to do this part. So I'll let Brandon and Seth do their key matchups. I'll sit back and listen, and then we'll get into the 50,000 foot view of the team, and then we will move on. Go ahead, boys.
All right, Seth, you want to bounce? You go your first one. I'll go my third. You go your second. I'll go my fourth.
Yeah, sure. So my first is the Michigan offensive line versus the IU defensive line. Michigan has always, since it, even before Harbaugh. Wow, that was harder than it should have been.
Hard to talk, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Has typically relied on a strong offensive line, and notoriously in the last couple of years, IU's defensive line has struggled. And this is a firm believer of the line of scrimmage is going to dictate the winner of this game. So be interesting to see how that shakes out.
So I think this is going to be a matchup every week. I think I've done it for almost all of them. But it's going to be tackles against edge rushers. And in this one, I want to talk about Michigan's tackles against our edge rushers because they bring in 2 starters, but 2 starters at programs that aren't very good. They bring in a starter from Stanford and a starter from Arizona State. Now I want to be careful because guess who also has transfers in from
not very good schools,
from Stanford and Arizona State.
Yeah.
But as far as matchups go, I do like how Linnell Carr and Andre Carter are going to match up with their 2 new tackles. So I wish we were getting them a little more into the season or a little earlier in the season. But there's definitely an advantage there that IU needs to take advantage of. You got to get JJ with happy feet. You can't let him just either sit in the pocket or take off, which is where we saw JJ beat us last year in the second half. I was at that game, Michael. It was one of the few games I went to. I brought my brother to the game. You drove us.
Oh, we drove you. Yeah, I drove. Maybe nobody went with me then.
No, it was literally just us 3 that went.
It was a bad weather game because your brother came, right?
That's if I go and it's bad weather, Sasha isn't going and my brother's going. But anyway, that in the second half, JJ just started taking off right away. Like if his first or second read went there, he just took off and got 5, 6, 7, 8 yards every time. So our edge rushers are going to have to contain the pocket and get to the quarterback, which again, I think is possible because I don't know if it's a weakness for Michigan, but it's at least an unknown with their 2 new tackles.
Big Josh Rudolph part right there. That's a big reason why we brought in Joshua Rudolph from Austin Peay. I watched a lot of Josh Rudolph highlights here in the last 2 weeks. Big fan of this kid, linebacker. What was he named, Seth? Like top 3 Big Ten or second best rating in the Big Ten or something at linebacker.
Returning linebackers.
Yeah. He's not necessarily returning to IU, but returning to college football. He looks the part. I'd like to see him. I mean, that's a big thing we missed. I'm assuming, and this is probably mean to assume, but I'm assuming Cam Jones didn't play this game. He would have been big as far as containing anything up the middle with McCarthy. And so we'll see if that Josh Rudolph is going to be a big piece or not. Anything else?
Oh, we got 2 more.
Yeah. So my next one, and I thought about flipping this, but I ended up going with IU receivers versus Michigan DBs. This may not be the best defense in Michigan history, but the IU wide receivers should be confident coming to this game, coming off some favorable matchups in previous games. So a good performance here would really vault them in the final about third of the season. So it'd be really interesting to see. I know I just said that, Will Johnson might be a really good corner, but he's a sophomore, so it might be the year to take advantage of him before he's a little bit more experienced. So it's just an opportunity to really see the wide receivers excel.
And I am going to reverse it because it's the weakness of Michigan. They have 1 receiver returning, and he had 32 catches for a little over 400 yards. Now it's Michigan. They have the recruits coming in. So all the talent in the world is in that wide receiver room. It just hasn't produced any on the field. And this game is late enough into the season, week 7, where those guys will either no longer be underclassmen or freshmen or, whatever that how that usual thing goes. But yeah, no, our senior laden corners need to absolutely shut them down. Like, make this team one-dimensional, defend these guys on an island, one-on-one, so you can pack the box. That is the only way IU keeps us close, is if you can stack 7, 8 in the box and defend their wide receivers on an island. That's it. It's the only way.
Okay, I was going to come back at you with stop the run and make them throw the football, but you just finished that up there, right there at the end. So that was perfect. Anything else you guys want to add in there? Anything may have popped up? I did notice finally at the very end that you guys had already written yours into this outline together, which was cute and
yin and yang, baby.
Yeah,
forever and always,
and efficient. Cool. 50,000 foot view of their offense. I'm not even going to talk about IUs anymore. 2020 ranking, total offense for Michigan, 24th with 459 yards per game, and 6th with a whopping 40.4 points per game. On defense, they were all right. 6th in the country, only averaging an allowance of 292 yards per game, and 17th, only giving up 16 points per game. I can't imagine between 1 and 17 how many actual good teams were in there. I know Georgia was in there. Go ahead.
Illinois was number 1.
Illinois was in there, who got smoked by the Hoosiers. And yeah, so there you go. Cool. Moving on to, I think it's everybody's maybe second favorite part of the podcast, Dubich Sportsbook. I can see this now. This looks like a fat one. Let's get into it.
I'm going to be quick. Again, I bring this up. It's ESPN's FPI, I believe, which in my opinion, this is the least winnable game on the schedule. I think Michigan is the best team in the conference, and you're on the road. ESPN has us as a 4% chance to win this game. If you remembered a few weeks ago, we only had a 2% chance to beat Ohio State at home. That means ESPN thinks we're twice as likely to beat a better Michigan team at home. That is how dumb ESPN is. Just stupid. Now, do I think 96-4 is probably accurate in this case? Yes, but
No,
my point,
90-10.
my point is, this is stupid. Some Michigan data that I have is Vegas hates Michigan. They really, really do. I don't know why ESPN Vegas is all over Ohio State, but you're going to see a trend as I run through these real quick. National champ plus 850, 9-1. Do you remember what Ohio State was? Almost a third better.
I was gonna say,
at plus 600. So like literally that's a significant difference away from a national champion. Big Ten East, or to win the Big Ten. Now this is weird. This is where Vegas sometimes doesn't make sense, and that's because this is being dictated by money.
And one game.
They have Michigan as plus 165 to win the Big Ten, but they have them plus 120 to win the Big Ten East, which is second. So like, how can they be tied to win the Big Ten but lose to Ohio State? And it doesn't make sense. But regardless, you see the Ohio State love. Here's the interesting part that I want to
just a second. Well, technically, we finished first in the Big Ten East in 2020, but we didn't go to the Big Ten championship.
We talked about that on the Ohio.
I'm just saying. Did you?
Did.
Wow, they're still hanging on to this. By the way, I know that we work together, but you can listen to Brandon on the Ohio podcast that was just posted. If you want to go listen to that, but just find Brandon section.
DM me for my thoughts on that. I won't say it on the podcast.
He had a good time.
It was very fun. It was a great host. It was good. Check it out.
8 wins, baby.
Now here is we like to play schedule maker. Yes. Michael, you ready to go through Michigan?
Yeah, I was gonna let me pull it up. Let me pull it up before you do all this.
Because the over under is 10.5.
It's pretty high. It's pretty hefty.
And it is minus 125. So Vegas is just slamming 11 wins.
Okay. They're starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9-0. They're starting 9-0. These are wins against Eastern Kentucky, or I'm sorry, East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green, Rutgers, at Nebraska, at Minnesota, IU, at Michigan State, Purdue at home. Then they've got the tough part of the schedule, a little Maryland sandwich, so some people would call it. They have to go to Penn State, which for some ungodly reason, the TV people have poo-pooed all over our happiness and made this into a noon game on Fox. Instead of a night game on CBS, we get a noon game in Happy Valley, which will probably not be a whiteout on Fox. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I think that's an L. I think it's an L. I think they win pretty easy at Maryland. And I think Ryan Day goes down again. I do think that they're over. I think they get 11-1.
I think they run it.
You think they run 12?
I think they go. I do think their biggest chance to lose is the nooner at Penn State.
Okay, can we talk about this for a minute? I mean, we didn't do what I usually do. And no offense to Seth. Thank you, Seth, for coming in at the end, up against it, getting an outline done, getting us ready to go. How many people did they lose on defense? Because to me,
five starters.
They've got 2 very big time standout players on, maybe 3 on offense, quarterback, 2 running backs. On defense, they've got one really good, sounded like Mario for a second, one really good linebacker.
One really good.
Yes. Right? Why are they so scary? I do think that their schedule is cake, like crazy easy. The way it all lines up at Michigan State, which should be a tough game for them, should be an absolute cakewalk. Go ahead, Seth.
here's the thing is that all of their recruits, the guys that we haven't mentioned, are all 4 and 5 stars. So even though we don't know them and they haven't necessarily produced yet, they all have like the pedigree or the assumption that they'll be players.
How many true
they get so much benefit of the doubt
in, though? I mean, we're talking about a Big Ten champion.
It's not just freshmen; it's sophomores too. They've been crushing it in recruiting the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So the cupboard is full. It's just the cupboard is untested.
I don't see how you can lose some. I mean, they lost some big time people on that.
A ton of edge rushers. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. But again, Vegas doesn't like. I do think that they are better than Ohio State. I will say that.
I love that Vegas doesn't like them. I feel like Michigan's going to make me a ton of money this year. I'm going to bet on them to cover a lot.
I feel like
I'm going to win a lot. True. It'll even out by mid-season, but hammer.
Yeah. I think
Michigan.
Once they get past Purdue and they're at that point they're 9-0. I think that it's like, okay, we might have screwed up on this one. But again, they don't play anybody. What is their toughest game before?
This has to be the
Penn
easiest
State
schedule for a playoff team ever.
Here, I'm going to give you a question. And
I say that knowing Alabama's schedule every year.
There are 2 road games.
The toughest game is Minnesota.
That's what I was going to say. At Nebraska, at Minnesota, Purdue at home. Which one is and listen to me. I am the first one to say I don't get the coach thing at Purdue. I do not think Purdue is going to be very good. I do not get it. I don't get it.
The Ohio pod picked us to beat Purdue.
No, that's ridiculous. But no offense to Seth. I don't know anything about their team. They have a whole new system, a whole new coach. Nobody knows anything. But there's a lot of people that are like 8 wins, like whatever. Consider them a tough test. At Minnesota, at Nebraska. Those are your hardest games in your first 9 games. Are you kidding me? That's crazy, dude. Crazy. All right, move on.
All right. So so if you remember this, Ohio State was actually negative money to make the playoff. Michigan is plus 105. That's the better bet, right? You always take plus money in what I think is the better team. So I love that future. It's one of the future bets I like the most. Because even if they do lose one, we found out that if you don't make the Big Ten championship, you can still make the college football playoff like Ohio State did last year. So both Ohio State and Michigan can both technically make it. So you can win that bet. So last one here, where I talked about Talia and me throwing $5 for him to win Heisman. I thought I would throw out JJ McCarthy at 19-1. Not a horrible bet if they run the table. If they run the table and they're the number 1 team in the country, JJ McCarthy could definitely be a front runner for the Heisman. And then Blake Corum, running backs don't win it, but he is 29-1 at plus 2,800. But the JJ McCarthy 19-1 is a little juicy. Seth, what do you think of that if they go undefeated?
I do like that. I think that's oh God. And he has the campaign it just makes too much sense. Yeah. I think you're spot on.
Switch him. I think Blake Corum's got a better chance of winning the Heisman than JJ McCarthy. I do legitimately think this entire offense runs through that running back. Now, granted, if he's not the same person, it's going to switch to Edwards and McCarthy, and McCarthy's going to be the big time player. So, speaking of big time players, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Speaking of big time players, the biggest of all time players in Indiana running gear is the Monon Track Club. MTC is Indiana's running brand built on a deep love for the sport and the Hoosier State. They craft products, tell stories, create experiences that aim to celebrate, support, and add to Indiana's running culture. Check out the link in the show notes for more details on their club runs and to shop their sick gear, from shirts to hoodies and koozies. As a thank you to our listeners, they are offering 10% off your order. Use promo code LEO10 at checkout. That is promo code LEO10. That'll get you 10% off your order. That's it. Moving on to more Brandon. Randos. What's up?
True or false, gentlemen? JJ McCarthy is the best quarterback in the conference. Talia, you got Drew Alar, you got whoever rolls out.
Seth. Oh, is he gonna pick against Drew Alar? He is. What about his buddy over in Iowa? No, we don't think so.
Cade
What's that guy's
McNamara?
name? Cade
McNamara. Yeah.
Was Cade the?
He's not going to the media day. It was big news out of Iowa that they chose, the coach Kirk Ferentz chose not to send Cade McNamara.
Wow.
Didn't think he didn't want him to be in situations that were beyond his control, questions that he wasn't going to be prepared for. He didn't want to put him in that situation. So Cade McNamara not going to media day. Big storyline.
Huge storyline.
Kind of a coward move.
No, I think the best quarterback in the Big Ten is Taven Jackson. Moving on.
All right. I said we would talk Ryan Day. So here's Ryan Day. Who coaches at their school longer? Ryan Day or Mr. Harbaugh?
Ryan Day.
Because you would have think if Harbaugh would have left, he would have left for the Colts. He's not leaving for the NFL.
I don't think he'll leave for the NFL. I think he'll leave for an incredibly perfect situation. The Colts, realistically, as much as I do think that Anthony Richardson's probably going to win Rookie of the Year and whatever, all that stuff,
they will be drafting another quarterback this year.
Doesn't want to.
They will 100% be drafting another quarterback.
Okay, Kenny Pickett. He 100% doesn't want to come in and deal with a project. I think he wants to come right back into where he left it and have a good winning team. And I think he'll hop on, or I think somebody will just like retire, and then that might be his spot. I do think he will leave the college ranks at some point. Ryan Day isn't a person; he's a robot, and they just put him in there, and they're just like, "Here are all your incredibly talented people. You literally have to do nothing but wear a headset and occasionally scream at somebody. That's it." And they'll just
Michael, you have incredible soccer takes, hockey takes, college football takes, college basketball takes. Your NFL takes are hot garbage.
No.
Your NFL takes
Kenny Pickett is hot garbage.
Are just
hottest of hot garbage.
Terrible. Seth, what do you think on this one?
Go trade for Mitch Trubisky again.
I got Ryan Day. I think Harbaugh is just kind of flighty. Like, I feel like he's always flirting with either retirement or a different job. So I don't know. I would think Ryan Day can literally show up and shit out a 10-win season every single year. So the only reason he would ever get let go is if he has some kind of scandal, or if Ohio State suddenly gets mad that like going to the playoffs every year just isn't enough.
Except for last year.
Well,
they did go 12, last year, didn't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and if
they
when
should
it goes
beat
to 12.
Georgia. I should have beat Georgia.
And when it goes to 12, they should have like a spot in that 12 etched pretty much every year. I mean, when was the last, like, Ohio State just doesn't finish outside the top 12 very often. So yeah, I think Ryan Day, just from kind of consistency alone, and I think he's already at like his dream job. He's not searching for anything else. So
I mean, when you're at Ohio State, are you searching for anything else?
No, it's a destination job.
Like,
that's what,
other than like to be a human, or like like a heart, I guess. The guy sucks. I think he's a joke, an absolute joke. He's not a good coach. He surrounds himself with incredible coordinators who literally do all of the work, and he has to do zero work to recruit anybody good. They pick the school. They don't pick him. Moving on.
All right.
That's why I wasn't on the Ohio podcast. We put Brandon on there because I would have just torched him. Continue.
Last one. Ann Arbor. Doesn't it just like sound like a setting of a rom-com?
It sounds like a girl in high school.
Sounds like yeah, that's what we'll say. A loose woman. Sounds like a loose woman.
Thursday night, I went over to Ann Arbor's house.
Yeah, we know what you did on Thursday night.
You guys are horrible people.
Well,
Ann Arbor to me sounds like to be starring something that like.
Ooh, I do. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. Like it's something early 2000s, Matthew McConaughey and, oh my God, I'm blanking on her name. The Charlie Angels
Drew Barrymore?
No, Cameron Diaz. Yeah, like
she's not in Charlie's Angels. What am I talking about?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Drew Barrymore?
No, Cameron Diaz.
That's what I was talking about.
Anyway, that's like a Cameron Diaz, Matthew McConaughey 2003 movie, right?
And there's just falling leaves everywhere.
Exactly.
They were in a movie together? They were in a movie together?
I'm going to say Big 10 cities, and you're going to tell me what kind of movie it's in. Okay? You ready? Happy Valley.
Oh, man, this is tough. I was not
Wilderness.
I was going to say Happy Valley is like a children's forest movie.
It's a Pixar movie. It's 100% a Pixar movie.
Okay. We're on the same page, kind of. I don't know if Pixar is picking up a forest movie or not, but maybe.
Evanston.
Oh, God.
Lexus cars.
Yes. Definitely.
Lexus, that's not a movie.
But it's like
Commercial.
A futuristic. Yeah. It's a futuristic.
Evanston. Evanston. I could see it being like a judo. You guys ever seen Judo with I think it's Elliot Page now?
Juno. Yeah.
Juno. What did I say? Judo? Juno. You know what? You guys knew what I was talking about. You knew what I was talking
like
about.
An indie film. I can
kind of indie film. Yeah.
I like the futuristic better. But anyway,
Evanston? Okay.
Yeah. What about Piscataway?
Oh God, just like Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, I was gonna go Pirates.
Oh.
Pirates.
I got stranded on Piscataway.
I could see that. That was great. That's good. That's good.
I thought it was gonna be like a Scorsese like mobster one, but
Pirates ship run aground outside Piscataway.
That's pretty good, man. That's
two more. West Lafayette.
Oh, can I say Garbage Pail Kids? West Lafayette. I could see that. I could see that being like a because it's just constantly gray. Like, I'm dead serious. I'm not really sure that like the sun actually shines in West Lafayette. Like The Town. Like a movie like The Town. Like that movie feels constantly gray to me.
I was going to say the exact same idea as the same Alexander Payne movie, Nebraska, like just a super black and white gray movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything else. I was just like, what?
See, I'm going with like a BJ Novak, like really dry comedy.
I like BJ Novak.
Mm.
Ryan from The Office.
I don't know. He has too much personality for West Lafayette.
Way too much.
All right. And then, of course, last, definitely not least, Bloomington.
You
know what? I thought about this and then I forgot.
Dazed and Confused, Animal House. Like some kind of party heady vibe.
I could see that, or like a Goodwill Hunting.
But of course, Breaking Away already exists too.
Breaking Away, yeah, like maybe just like a bike movie. Like a bike movie would be a good one, or swimming movie. Yeah, definitely not a basketball movie. Is that it? Are you done?
That's it.
You're just over here playing with your hair. We'll be on some sort of thing where you guys can actually see what the shenanigans go on while we're talking.
I'm mad about your guys' West Lafayette answer, and you're right. It's definitely like a Hoosiers type feel good sports movie, or
West
like
Lafayette,
even like
what are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about
nothing
Bloomington.
Feel
now.
good has ever happened in West Lafayette.
No, I'm talking about Bloomington now. I'm talking about Bloomington. Now.
What did you want us to say in West Lafayette?
I don't know.
We said gray movies. I mean, I know The Town is phenomenal, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm The Town, the movie, not West Lafayette. Like
The Town, the movie. I don't know if I'd call it phenomenal. It has the worst accent in the history of the world.
It does have a terrible Boston accent, doesn't it? Who does it?
Everyone.
Well, I mean,
Blake Lively. Jeremy Renner's got a bad.
Jeremy Renner's is a.
Are we allowed to? No. Blake Lively.
Somehow Ben Affleck's is even kind of bad.
No, it's
even though he's
Affleck's,
from there.
Normal. It's just him.
John Hamm somehow does it the best, and he's from the Midwest. Like it makes John Hamm's the only redeemable part of that movie.
What if I went what if I went Gone Girl? Would that change your mind? I just looked up Ben Affleck movies. Would that change your mind with West Lafayette? Is that
missing girl? Oh, we want to go there.
Oh shit.
West Lafayette
do you get
gave
it?
me like
Do you
very
get
uneasy.
it yet, Seth? And by the way, the town 92% on Rotten.
Yeah, I love it. It's a fantastic movie.
It is not good,
Off
guys.
base on that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
92%. I disagree.
You're a vocal minority.
Yeah. 85%.
Just play
audience.
the Blake Lively in the bar.
Oh, it's so bad. Shine. My daughter Shine. All right. Let me get in my sack. Can we
Go ahead. Go.
All right. I was looking at some things. I think there's still the Sun Belt, and there's a few other conferences that still do home site conference championship games. Is that bogus?
Yes.
100%.
It's
They
the
should all be
same, the
neutral.
same way that they do it in basketball. Like if
I hate
Manhattan,
that, right?
Yeah,
But it's
if-
usually the smaller conferences.
I was gonna say if Manhattan's playing for the MEAC, I might be right. I might be right. by the way.
MAAC.
Whatever. I was pretty close. If they're playing for the MAC, they're playing at their stadium. If they're the number 1 seed or number 2, whatever it is. I don't like that, man. I'd rather just. How great is the field house for the Big Ten championship? Like it's phenomenal. Phenomenal. What's next? Oh, Brandon,
All right.
I guess you didn't answer it. So
No, I agree. An agreement. Sorry, I was YouTubing Blake Lively, the town, so I can immediately send it.
All right.
it's been a long time since I've heard it.
Bragg made a joke about this, but I don't want to talk about Pat Fitzgerald. I just want to talk about the fallout. He was going to be a lifer, but you look at his record, he was 14-31 his last 3 years. They
owe him $47 million, I think.
They have no NIL. They were bleeding transfers even before the stuff happened. They have rigorous academic standards. Does the current college football landscape make Northwestern the worst Power 5 job in America?
After Vanderbilt, yes.
Man, dude.
But they're SEC. There are players who would just die to play in the SEC.
They would
I don't think the
literally,
Big
they
Ten
would
has that
literally
same
die
cachet.
in the SEC, Seth.
Well, I don't mean it like, oh God, that was okay. Sorry, hyperbole is not a good choice. All right, fine.
So,
But it's bad. It's second worst. I can't think of a worse one other than Vanderbilt.
do I need to do it? We're not a great spot for football. Are we worse than Northwestern?
Yes. Oh no. We're better than
Okay.
Northwestern.
All right.
I think you have some recency bias because in the last 5 years they did have 2 9-win seasons where they went to Big Ten
Peyton
championship
took him
games.
to the Big Ten championship game.
So like they have this weird run where they've had flares of relevancy.
By the way, they don't owe him. I said that incorrectly. They don't owe him any money, but he is hiring a lawyer to go after some of that money that's left on his contract, which was fat. So, and I made a joke about it earlier. There is nothing. I mean, there's something a little bit funny about that stuff, but it's not really that funny. I mean, when it gets serious,
we've opened it. We've opened it. Let's talk about it.
Oh God.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, naked, non-consensual stuff is wrong and should be punished.
Yes.
100%.
Nothing team building about that.
No, absolutely not.
Have you guys ever been
I think
hazed?
it was
You guys have been hazed, right? You guys both played
Yeah.
high school football. You've been
100%.
hazed. Have you been hazed like that before? No.
Hell no. So I'll tell you.
It was usually
the
just
hazing.
name calling.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I had no. I'll give the hazing that I
Okay.
had, and it wasn't
Do
even
it.
that bad. So it's obviously wrapped in a humble brag. I made varsity my freshman year.
Because there's like
Right?
14 people that went to your school. Congratulations.
Over 1,000, but it was on the smaller side. Yeah, sure. So what I had to do is I had to be the first one to the door, and you had to take your cleats off before you go into school. I had to take the cleats off of every single senior.
Oh,
I had to untie them and take them off. I was the only freshman, and I had to take off every single senior shoe. Right? That's what I had to do. That's what I had to do. It was hazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So mine was like we would get done taking a shower and then some guy would throw another wad of soap on you and then you have to get to the back of the shower line and have to wait for like 10 more minutes to take a shower. Like it was that kind of dumb hazing stuff where you're like, hey, freshman, like wait to take the shower, jackass. Don't cut the line in front of seniors.
Yeah,
like
so
it was that kind of stuff.
Another one, I didn't play varsity as a freshman. I just practiced, unfortunately. I played in the JV game, but I practiced with the varsity. So during film sessions, they knew I didn't need to go to film session. So I got shoved in a locker of a lineman while they watched film. So that was great.
That is part of the bad hazing. Like that is not like, that's like the lowest end of the bad hazing, but it's still part of the bad hazing.
My thing is nothing. I mean, again, it was consensual, not because I didn't want to be put in the locker room, but it's not like they had to hold me back and like lock, and I was like, I'll get in the freaking locker, right? It just kind of happened.
You just kind of went into the locker on your own. You're just like, okay, I'll get in there.
Yeah,
fine.
Freaking my freshman year was probably 5'7" or 5'8", probably 150 pounds, dripping wet. Like I wasn't stopping 6'5", 250, 260 pound offensive lineman. Like, nah, I'll just get in the locker. But anyway, that was the hazing that I had during football. Had nothing to do with anything naked, and certainly wasn't anything forcefully non-consensual
or dry humping. Can we say dry humping? I've said it like 3 times now.
I don't.
The Provo push.
If there's anything wrong with it.
But I don't think I've ever audibly said dry humping.
I don't think you even knew what dry humping. When I sent you the article, you sent back. The only thing you sent back first was dry humping ? And I'm like,
I don't know what that. What I mean, do people?
I'll show you next time we hang out.
Outro.
Way to end it.
Yeah, right.
The way to end it.
Be sure to check out our pod while it's still on Twitter and soon to be on, what is it?
Big Banter's definitely letting us.
Threads. Soon to be on Threads.
Will Threads kick us off?
You know what? No. You know what? On Threads, we might be able to do LEO podcast if we get on there soon enough, Seth. We'll let you know what the Threads is whenever it is there. It's at Podcast LEO. Be sure to follow our new partner while they're still partners with us, at Big Banter Sports for all the latest updates involving our podcast, as well as the newest additions that are being added weekly, which are, I think, right, guys, officially now no more podcasts being added. We officially have
full
all
lineup, full
14 roster. Full roster ready to go for the seasons. Be sure to download, rate, review, and follow on all of our platforms. Join us next week as we allow the trash to float down the river from Piscataway and make its way into beautiful Bloomington as we preview the Week 8 matchup in what we assume is homecoming against Rutgers. Until then, we love you guys. Elio.
He said it.
Elio. Awesome day. Elio. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. Elio. All right, great. Elio. Appreciate you guys. Elio. You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. Elio. Have a great day. Elio. Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And Elio. Oh, thank you so much. Elio. Well, thanks so much, Elio. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Elio. Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day. Elio. Awesome. Elio.